Hello you guys, and welcome to the week. It is Sunday. We are back in reality after our little retreat. I've been doing a lot of editing today, getting the vlog put together, and then working on putting together some pictures and videos from our time in North Carolina. But right now, we are actually headed to go meet some friends who live in Richmond that we haven't actually met in person before. We've only ever talked online. So I'm really excited about this. I think that's one of the best parts of medical travel, is that you get to meet a lot of people that you wouldn't necessarily get to know. So that is what's going on. I really hope you guys liked last week's vlog, because I worked so hard on it, and I think it's one of my best videos so far. I'm pretty proud of it, and I put a lot of effort into getting some of those clips. So I hope you guys like that. Hi guys, welcome to Monday. We are leaving to go and see my dentist. I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest. I was never one to be afraid of the dentist or scared. I actually liked going when I was a kid, but I have some fillings to get done. Fillings make me a little bit nervous. I'm not afraid of pain, but I am afraid of the anesthetics. As a kid, I had some fillings done. The anesthetics didn't really work for me, as they don't for many EDS patients, but I also kind of had some mast cell reactions to it in the past that I really didn't know was mast cell at the time. So we're going to be using a local anesthetic today that I am not familiar with and I've never had before, and I'm a little apprehensive about that. These fillings need to happen. He said if they don't happen now, I'm gonna end up needing a root canal. So that talked me into it. Anyway, last night was really nice. We got to finally meet up with a family that we have been talking to for years now. And honestly, like, having just met them, I feel like I've known them for years. We had a lot in common, so I think it was a really great connection. It is definitely the perk of traveling for illness. Okay, well, looks like we're gonna be trying nitrous oxide, some of the goofy gas. Reminds me of Little Shop of Horrors. Right now we're just, you know, taking my blood pressure and heart rate, oxygen stats, making sure everything's good. And we'll see how it goes. I've never had it, so I don't know if I'll tolerate it. I made it through. I had 3 fillings done in my upper teeth, and then I had a few little laser treatments to try to help heal the ligament issues that I'm having in my jaw. I've been dislocating the side quite a lot. It's affecting my hearing. You guys probably have noticed it when I'm talking. If I open my mouth, this side just kind of comes out and hangs. He said that it's likely just still damaged from, well, number 1, having a connective tissue disorder, and number 2, that failed intubation issue we had a few months back. I still have little marks on my face from the nitrous oxide. So they gave me the nitrous, the like goofy gas, laughing gas. And then we did 2 different local anesthetics, and they actually worked. This is the first time I've ever had fillings, and I didn't feel pain. Definitely is still numb. It feels like it's swollen, but I think it's just numb. It ended up being very relaxing. They let me just listen to my music, zone out. Pretty good experience. I think that we used Septicane. He said that that is usually the best for his EDS patients. We used something else before that. I can't remember the name. But he said that Septicane can burn quite a bit, so he put something else on first. And I really didn't have a problem with any of it, so that's really encouraging for me. We were gonna like do a Benadryl and pre-medicate, and he was like, no, let's just wait and see. And everything was fine. So the one thing is, like, it does look like my wisdom teeth really need to come out. And that does mean that I have to find an oral surgeon who is willing to work with me and is willing to at least learn and understand some of the complications that could arise from a procedure like that. I got the name of a doctor from a friend who's down here in the south, but I think we're gonna try to find someone in Boston. I don't know, I've had some bad experiences in Boston, so I'm definitely like a tiny bit nervous about that, but I'm sure that there's somebody out there. All right, well, we have come to Target because I need some leggings, because this knee brace is just, the pads are super abrasive and they're just kind of rubbing up against my scar. I feel like my scar is gonna open up. So yeah, and I didn't bring any leggings or anything like that, because since surgery I've only been wearing dresses and skirts. They had told me originally that I had to just like wear clothes over it. But now that I'm allowed more freedoms and allowed to take the brace off, I think it's okay if I just had something under it. I just want to quest for leggings. I haven't been able to find any yet, but I have found like 16 million other things that I like. But this is the first time I've been like out like shopping in months for sure. So it feels good, but it is impossible to vlog while pushing a wheelchair. Hi guys, we just got back to the hotel. It is very, very difficult to vlog in a store while you are trying to push a wheelchair. So figured I'd just show you what I got now. Do a little mini Target haul. So I just wanted just a plain pair of leggings, something really soft and thin. I think maybe we should have gone to Walmart, but there was just a Target right where we were. So I just ended up with these just plain black little leggings, and they're super, super soft and thin. I haven't tried them on yet, but I think they'll be really nice. It has like a nice waistband to it. A lot of the ones we were looking at, they weren't really that soft, and they had like these gathered waistbands, and I don't really like that. So found what we were looking for. And of course, one does not walk into Target and come out with just the one item. So I also picked up this little dress, which I think is going to be really nice for the ride home. You know, that like kind of thin, slinky, like heavy material, the kind that doesn't really wrinkle. I thought it was really cute, and I don't really have anything like that. And I got a couple t-shirts. One of them, of course, has a moon on it, so you guys know how I love moons and stars. It has this weird like rip in the shoulder on purpose. Interesting choice, but it's just this really cute little t-shirt. And then I got this one because this just makes me think of like the 70s, and I love the 70s. Again, just really soft. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just got some little socks with little alpacas on them, which are cute, and I got some socks for my sister. And also they had these little zebra socks, and I didn't buy them for myself. I just bought them to kind of have, you never know when you need to put a care package together, but if you're looking for a zebra socks, Target has them. There's nothing like wearing a pair of cute socks. Totally changes your mood. Anyway, that's what I got at Target. That was a really boring haul. I'm totally gonna go throw on those leggings right now. While I already had the brace off, I figured I would show you how my scar is healing up. So I just measured it, and it's about 9.5 inches, and it has healed up so well. It's definitely irritated from the brace, but besides that, it's really, really, really healing up well, which is nice. It's really weird because right here, I can feel where they've put the bone in and where they fused it. And then here, I can feel where they cut the bone out. There's like a dip. And I think that the strangest part about it, because they moved the nerve over, when you're touching the area that the nerve is in, it feels like you're touching the spot that it used to be in. And now when I touch the spot it used to be, it's like totally numb. It's so strange. And I just keep waiting for my brain to like remap that. I don't really know if that's gonna be a forever thing or if that's just a recovery thing. Either way, pretty weird. That is so much better. Oh my gosh. These are just like so soft. My skin is so happy. Oh my goodness. Well, good morning. Welcome to Tuesday. Yesterday, we used like 4 different types of anesthesia to properly numb my mouth. Since EDS patients don't always respond super well to local anesthetics, and I'm one of them. And so, you know, after we went out to Target and we got back, I was feeling okay, and then it just kind of hit me. I was not feeling well and just fell asleep. Ugh. It was just like too many different drugs in my system. But I'm feeling a lot better now, and we are checking out in a few minutes and heading down to Maryland. Up to Maryland. My mom keeps having to remind me because I forget where we are. We're heading up to Maryland, and I think my appointment for my CT is tomorrow, and then I see my neurosurgeon the day after. If everything's a-okay, then we finally get to go home. Which will be really, really nice because I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to this hotel room. My allergies and mast cell have just been going crazy, and I had to take a Benadryl the other day just to like breathe. Yeah, I'm gonna be glad to get out of here. Hello people, we have made it to Maryland. I'm just getting really tired of car rides and having all my stuff being packed away in bags and then unpacked and packed in new bags. It's just, at least we'll have a few days here so I can actually kind of settle in a little bit. We're so glad to be here. This is our home away from home, really. So in some ways it does feel like coming home. I much prefer it over staying in a hotel. But I feel like this entire week of vlogging is just gonna be us traveling and then me sleeping. Last week was really wonderful, but I'm definitely crashing a little bit. You know, we did a lot last week and I have not done a lot in a very long time. And I pushed my body a little bit, which is sometimes what you gotta do to make it through, but I'm paying for it now, which I totally expected and I totally accept. And I think all the other girls and a lot of their moms are in the same place right now. This is devotion.
Okay.
Are you gonna be able to do this?
I wish R2O2 had a little brother. Ready? It's gonna be one step at a time. Literally.
Isn't that just a metaphor for our life? We got this.
It's my workout for the day.
You got this.
For the week. I'm gonna need a surgery next.
Oh, good God. You got it? You're almost there.
4 left.
Final lap.
This is graceful, I'm sure.
You've never looked better.
Watch out.
I can't move. I took my night meds and now I'm on the floor. And think this through.
I did it.
Hey guys, it's Wednesday. I feel like this vlog needs to be titled Christina Stinks at Vlogging because I've basically gotten no footage for you guys this week. Sorry about that. I am definitely in recovery mode. Today we mostly slept in, had my CTs done, and then we really just spent the rest of the day in the hospital visiting with a friend who's been there for quite a while and her family. I would actually like to ask for some prayers sent their way because her situation is very, very dire and it has been for a long time, and there are some pretty big decisions that need to be made both for her health and in her family, and these aren't easy decisions to make, so I would really appreciate you guys keeping her in your prayers. And now we're back home. We're just chilling, sitting on the couch. My mom's got her ice cream over there, and I think we're gonna watch some Netflix. My appointment with my neurosurgeon is tomorrow morning. It got moved up. It was supposed to be 4 in the afternoon, and they just called us and moved it up to 9:30 a.m. Not super excited about that, but we take what we can get. We're thankful. We'll see him at 9:30. I'm wearing my new dress from Target. I love these little sleeves on it. It is so comfortable, you guys. I'm living for this fabric. But anyway, I will definitely keep you guys updated on what happens with the surgeon. Unfortunately, my headaches have just been getting worse and worse, especially these last few days, and my vision is really poor, and it seems to be going along with the headaches. I really just don't even want to mention it because I'm afraid he's going to send me back to like my other surgeon who placed my stent. I'm also afraid that's, I mean, what I need to be doing, but you know, I gotta do what I gotta do. And I mean, at this point, like, it's getting really difficult and it's actually really affecting me. Today, I can honestly barely see. I can see colors and shapes, and that's about it. So that stinks. Anyway, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna enjoy my time with my mom, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hey, good morning. Happy Thursday. We are headed to my 3-month post-op for my last back and neck surgery. It's technically been a little bit longer than 3 months, but I was not cleared to travel until now due to my leg. I had all my CT scans done yesterday, and we'll have to see what he says. Hopefully he says that everything is healing well and the bone is growing and the fusion is growing. I'm not a morning person. And I tell you, I had the greatest of intentions. I was gonna get up early and like put on like really nice makeup and stuff because, you know, this guy has seen me at my very, very worst. And I feel like I kind of want to show up and be like, hey, guess what? I'm doing really well, thank you. So I had great intentions. But then last night, for some reason, I think I took my night meds too soon. Forgot to hook up my feeds. I completely forgot to hook up the oxygen. I like wasn't even wearing my neck brace. I woke up this morning and was like, what the heck is going on? So, not a great start. But we are on the road now, it is all good. I'm wearing this little dress that I got from ModCloth last year and one of their stylish surprises. It's not something I ever would have picked out. It's very preppy, but my surgeon loves sailboats. So I figured if there was ever a time to wear this dress, it would be today. We are home now. I'm just gonna film in the hallway because it has the best lighting in the house. Anyway, the appointment went really well. We both just changed into like our napping clothes. But basically, first of all, my doctor loved my dress. And second of all, we looked at every single one of the levels in my spine to check on how the fusion was doing. And I have a solid fusion in every level. So it's working. I do still have to be careful, but I don't know, it's just good to hear that, and it's good to know that everything's good in there, and it really feels good. My fusion has never felt this secure. Before I had a lot of sounds, noises, creaking, clicking, kind of grinding sounds, and you know, I just put up with it because I figured it was normal, but now that is no longer an issue, which is pretty nice. Yay, I have a strong spine. We did talk about my headaches, and we are gonna go forward with looking into them a little bit more. He recommended that we do an ICP bolt, but that's kind of an invasive procedure. They screw this big bolt into your skull and it's like attached to a machine, and you wear it for a few days and it monitors your pressure. He also thinks I should have a lumbar puncture done, which I should, just to check what my spinal fluid pressure is like. But I told him how I was feeling about it. I told him that, you know, our current treatment with Trish is kind of working, and I've got a lot of friends who are being treated for various pressure issues and they're really not getting better. So I really wanted to do this as non-invasively as possible. So we made a compromise. I'm going to be doing a trial with the medication. I've actually taken this medication before, and it is called Diamox. To me, Diamox is the big D word. I took it once and I just remember fainting and throwing up. But by taking Diamox, if my symptoms get worse, then we know that I have low pressure issues. If they get better, then we know that I might have high pressure issues. So it's kind of a fair compromise, considering how minimally invasive it is. It's just not gonna be fun. But it's not something I'm gonna be able to take long term. It's gonna be a few days that I'll use it to test. I think it's just like a diuretic. It basically purges the fluid from your body. And that's a problem for me because my main goal is to add fluids to my body all the time. You know, that's why I'm on the saline and why I drink literally like 5 liters of water a day. If I am on a medication that gets rid of all of my fluids, I'm gonna be in trouble. It also has the side effect of causing some pretty severe issues. So not long-term solution, but I think it's time to look into this a little bit. Oh, and on the way out, this was kind of funny because it was like we were getting on the elevator and I like thought I heard something, and then I thought I heard my name, so I turned around and there was like a woman standing there, and I've been friends with her on Facebook for a long time, and I guess she watches my videos, and she said that, you know, these videos are one of the main reasons that she actually got her diagnosis and that she was able to find this surgeon. So she just had surgery and was doing well. So that was really touching. You know, it's always good to be able to put like you guys' faces with your comments and with your messages and with your views. I've said it before, it's like really weird just like talking to a camera, especially in public. So the more of you that I meet and the more stories like hers that I hear, the more inspired I am to continue to make these videos. So it was so nice to meet you, Tina. I will include our little picture here if that's okay with you. Anyway, we're gonna go try to take a nap, or at least, you know, get a little bit of a rest. Hello, you guys. I just took a really long nap. I'm still in that kind of groggy post-nap stage. Anyway, the reason I turned on this camera is because I just kind of wanted to pop in and remind you guys on something that I am just continually learning as well. If you have any kind of medical assistive accessories like a feeding tube or a port or a pick or an ostomy, definitely find out your options for supplies. Talk to other patients, see what they're using, and then talk to your supply company and ask for samples. If one of your friends has recommended something, then ask your company specifically to order that item for you. Otherwise, you will get the cheapest, most obnoxious version of whatever it is that you need. So often, like, I have no idea I have options until you guys tell me. When I first got my port, you guys were like, hey, ask your company if you can try some different needles. And I was like, I didn't know I could do that. For those of you who might not know, I have something called a port-a-cath, or a port, which is a little device that sits completely under the skin, and it is threaded into the vasculature around my heart, so I can receive direct IV treatments without having to get IVs every time. How we get to it is by accessing it, which means we stick a needle that has tubing attached to it into the port once a week, and then just put a dressing over it so that I can run my IV treatments right into it and then pull out the needle when I'm done. This is usually done by a visiting nurse that comes to my house. But last week, because we were away, it was done by a friend's mom who happened to be a nurse and was staying with us. And I felt so bad. My port like really stressed her out because I have a very small port. I have a pediatric size port because my anatomy is so ridiculously small. We don't really know why. Like, I have a tiny stomach, that's why my feeding tube is in my chest. Like, my anatomy is just really small. So I have a tiny port with a tiny little surface area for accessing. I don't know if you guys remember the clip I put in last week's vlog, but she was definitely a little bit stressed out when she realized just how tiny my port really was. And especially after she wasn't able to get it on the first try, which is totally not a big deal. And like, it really isn't super painful for me, but she felt so bad. So we used the needles that I'm used to using for the first try. But after that, I said, you know, why don't we use the needles that you're used to using on your daughter and that you're more comfortable using? And we did that and didn't have a problem. But because of that, I got to discover a new needle. And this needle is really awesome. It has these two little grips to help you really hold and stabilize your port as you're pulling the needle out, which is fantastic because, like I said, it's really small. And it's difficult for me to get my fingers underneath the needle just to hold the port in place. I mean, I thought I really liked my old needle, but this thing is a game changer. And anything that makes my life just like that much easier, totally worth it. Good morning, guys. It is Friday and today is our last full day here in sunny Maryland. We are headed into Washington, D.C. We'll be picking up my cousin who was recently stationed at one of the naval bases there, and hopefully we'll be taking him on a little driving tour of the area, and then we'll be heading back home for a home-cooked meal courtesy of our lovely host. I'm excited. I haven't seen my cousin in quite a while, and it's nice to just have this one final day of no medical stuff before we head home and start life back up again. Although I do hope it's a bit cooler at home, or at least a little bit less humid. So we found the naval base, but we can't enter the naval base. And what we didn't know is that there are many entrances. So we were like, okay, we're at the gate, we'll meet with the gate. And he's like, okay, I'm waiting at the gate. And it's like, where are you? And of course I'm freaking out. My mom wants to take pictures to send back to his mom, and I'm like, there's a giant sign there that says no cameras and we're gonna get arrested. Because I'm the uptight one in this family. I'm more of a mom than my mom sometimes. So now we're just driving in a giant circle to try to find which gate he's at. I'm really afraid to like have a camera out honestly right now. So I'm gonna talk to you guys later. You guys, we are just arriving back home now. Found the Navy base, picked up my cousin, and then pretty much spent the rest of the day in DC being super touristy. And then we finished off the day with a little guided tour around Arlington National Cemetery, which was honestly really powerful and humbling. Just didn't feel comfortable filming there. They said that we could film, but I found that to be disrespectful. I hope you guys understand that. They gave me a little poppy flower at the end of the tour that I've got in my hair now. I definitely wore the right shirt for this. I'm gonna put you guys down here for a second so I can take off my going out exoskeleton. It is pretty hot out, and wearing all of this junk just makes me pretty hot. So I'm always really glad when I get home and I can strip some of it off. Like the wheelchair gloves can go, and my feed bag can come off my waist, and I can take off my SI belt. And then sometimes even I take off this outer part of my neck brace so I can relax a little bit and get comfortable. Now you can see my shirt. Anyway, I am going to go downstairs. I hear that Miss Jean cooked a lovely meal, and I'm going to sit at the table, which is so exciting. I'm so glad my mast cell is doing better, and I'm going to enjoy my time with my cousin, and I will talk to you guys later. This is how you deflate an air mattress. Alright people, today is finally the day. We are going home. These last few weeks have been wild, some of the best times that I've had in a very long time, but it's time to go home. Life goes on, and you can't just live in a little bubble. And I'm missing my sister, I'm missing my dad, missing my dog even a little bit. I miss my plants, and of course I miss my physical therapy. But I did just want to take a moment and say that I'm really proud of myself. I think that's something that we don't tend to say, at least not out loud. And I think it's because we don't want to like sound vain and, you know, I don't want to seem like you're bragging or anything like that. But seriously, I'm proud of myself. I made it through these couple weeks, and I wasn't sure how I was gonna do it, and I did it. I think that having the oxygen made a huge difference. I think that the higher dose of allergy meds I'm on has made a huge difference. I have not reacted to a single food since I started the oxygen therapy, and that's major. And not only have I not reacted, but I sat at the table with food. It's really interesting because we just had a friend of ours send us a link to an article that was saying that like oxygen desaturation sets off mast cell. That was kind of crazy because I never really thought, oh, maybe the oxygen was helping my mast cell. I definitely can't deny that. It's storming, by the way. I cannot deny that this improvement of symptoms has coincided with my beginning the oxygen therapy over the night. That's pretty major. That could be a potential treatment for mast cell patients that we haven't really looked into yet. But you guys definitely wanted to know more about the oxygen, and I gotta say that I don't know much, so when I get home I will learn a lot more. You also wanted to know how well sleeping Christina was tolerating it. Definitely the first couple days I woke up and I had pulled it off, but recently I've left it on. I guess my body's telling me that it likes it. This morning though, apparently in the middle of the night, sleeping Christina decided to detach herself from her feeds. She was somehow smart enough to clamp off my G-tube and put some kind of cover into it, but she was not smart enough to turn off the pump. So I apologize to our host for the giant puddle of feeds that I woke up to on the ground. She said it's okay, and there was just like a throw rug next to the bed. She has a lot of rugs like that, and I guess she has somebody that comes and cleans them, so sorry. It also got all over my duvet, and we're like, uh-oh, should we just throw out the duvet insert? But we're gonna try to wash it out. Okay. Whoop. Almost dropped the camera. We're going home, guys. Oh, and if you just saw this little thing, I did not get wild. I did not go out and get a tattoo. It's just, here, I'll show you. It's just a temporary tattoo. This is just about the amount of commitment I'm willing to make with body art. It's just from this brand, Armed with Truth. I have a ton of their little tattoos. They make mostly ones with Bible verses, and I think that's super cool, and I love having something like that on my body, but I don't think I'm ever going to be brave enough to get an actual tattoo. Not because I'm afraid of pain, but because I'm afraid of regret. Plus this way I don't get bored of it and I get to change it up all the time. Temporary tattoos. Anyway, I gotta go help pack up some stuff. I'll check it with you guys later when we start our journey home. Oh my goodness, I did a little flash giveaway on my Instagram story yesterday, and I figured I'd get like 20 entries or something, and I got like over 300 comments. So first of all, you guys are amazing. I had no idea so many of you kept up with my story. And second of all, I think I'm gonna have to pick 2 winners. Close my eyes, and I will announce the winners on my Instagram. If you missed this giveaway, I am positive it is not going to be the last. So if you aren't already, definitely go follow me over on Instagram and keep your eye on my story. Hi you guys, guess what? I'm home. It feels really good to be home, and it feels really good to be in my own bed. It's so weird thinking that, like, when I left, I was like staying in my parents' room still after my knee surgery. I still couldn't really walk and get around. I feel like in so many ways I've just like come home a new person, like mentally and physically. It's been a lot, and I still feel like I'm processing a lot. Like I have a lot of different emotions, and I'm just feeling them all at once. My heart is just so full. Feels good to be back and getting back into my more regular life. There are still some things that we have to take care of and figure out, but you know, I feel like I'm in a pretty good place right now, and I'm really excited about that. But right now I have to go to sleep. We drove all through the night. It's now the morning. I'm gonna sleep for a few hours, then a nurse is coming to come access my port. I've got a lot of organizing and cleaning to do tomorrow, settling back in. So yeah, I mean, I'm home. I'm in my own bed for the first time in a couple months, so it feels good. I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Good night.
We'll do it all together.
Thank you.
My cousin and his buddies started a new vodka company. Pickle flavored vodka.
In the house.
Here's the test group.
Dead turtle.
All right. What do you think?
I like it actually.
What do you think? I like it.
So you heard it here first, folks, for all of you pickle loving potsies out there. Dead turtle pickle infused vodka coming to a store near you. Of course, I definitely do not drink, never have, probably never will, but I gave it a sniff. It smells pretty darn good, and it definitely smells like pickles. And I asked, there is actually salt in there, so maybe it actually is the ideal drink for potsies. What can I say? We're a very creative family. But anyway, I've pretty much spent the last few days like cleaning, organizing, unpacking my bedroom, doing all of the things that I've been wanting to do for all these months when I was just stuck in bed. So I got this area pretty well organized, like my bedside area pretty well organized. Still working on the desk, still working on the shelves. Over here needs some help, but my bookcases are pretty organized. I kind of stink at like not getting distracted when I'm cleaning. Like yesterday, I was cleaning and I came across some like scraps and ended up making that. And then, well, today I just got distracted because we had family over and stuff, so that was worth it. But from now on, laser focus. Although I do have to take a little break because I have some editing to do for you guys, and I also have some bracelet making to do. Hopefully I can restock this as soon as possible. I just got some new purple twine that's a little bit darker, so I hope that's okay. But it's happening, it's coming, I'm working on it. Here's the proof. I'm working on it. Oh my gosh, you guys, I completely forgot that today was Monday. I was under the impression that it was like Saturday or Sunday. I think it's because we drove through the night that one night, and so I kind of just lost an entire day. So, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I have to get this video edited and uploaded. I don't know if this will be uploaded by tonight. It might have to go up on a Tuesday. Sorry, everything's fine. I'm okay. Oops. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, a thumbs up is always helpful. If you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe and hit the bell, and I will see you guys next week. Sorry. Bye.